Okay, it is America's 249th birthday. It is the 4th of July, 2025, and we have got our 5 MLB Best Bets for this full 15-game slate. Yesterday, another 4-1 day, so a positive day. The Yankees just didn't come through. Knock on wood, they come through today, though. We'll get to that later. But yes, 5 more best bets. We've been on fire. I told you guys a couple weeks ago, yeah, we were cold for a little bit, but it turns around eventually. And we're back on another hot streak like we were to start the year back in March and in April. Again, June wasn't our best month, but we heated up as the month ended. And again, July, I think, is going to be a really good month for us here on the channel. So before we get into the best bets, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB best bets here on the channel. We got you covered, by the way, today. Bets all day long, including the first game at 8 o'clock in the morning in 2 hours from when you're seeing this video. Red Sox and Nationals. We're going to open with, of course, my favorite team. And we got you for the nightcap, too, the NorCal series, Giants and Athletics. This week on Greedo Plays MMA, folks, our PFL Europe predictions. And right now, PFL Mania is on. I don't know if that's how you want to celebrate your 4th of July, but the PFL Mania predictions are up on the channel. That card's starting right now, so make sure to check out both those videos. Links in the description down below. Go subscribe to Greedo Plays MMA. We're like 30 subs away from 1,000, and more MMA content's coming to that channel as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. Okay. On to the first of our 5 best bets today for the MLB, kicking things off with our Washington Nationals best bet of the day. Guys, I'm riding the Nationals momentum right now, all right? Nationals money line at home against the Boston Red Sox. It's the 4th of July. The Nationals usually do all right on the 4th of July. They have this new tradition that the Nationals, it's our only tradition that we get from Major League Baseball, but we get the 4th of July early morning game, 11 o'clock in DC, 8 o'clock, of course, where I am. So, I got to get up early. I'm recording this video at 2 in the morning. I'm going to get like 3 hours of sleep. That's awesome. So the Nats better not let me down because I'm not going to sleep tonight. Because I'm so ecstatic to watch Washington Nationals baseball. But yesterday, man, what a victory for the Nationals. A bludgeoning of the Detroit Tigers, 11-7, and I'll get to James Wood in a second. But man, oh man, is that guy good at baseball. I like the matchup today for the Nationals. I feel like I kind of beat a dead horse sometimes talking about Mike Soroka, but his expected ERA is like 2.9. His actual ERA is 4.7. But this guy continues to put together really good starts. That last start in Los Angeles, Nationals lose the game to the Angels in Anaheim. He goes 6 innings, though, 2 hits, 1 run. Nationals lose the game 8-2, but that was not even close to being Michael Soroka's fault. Soroka has had so many times this season against the Dodgers, hell, against the Rockies, against the Guardians earlier in the season, where he would pitch a really good 5 innings, and then he would get to the third time around against that lineup, and he would start to struggle. That Angels start showed, okay, Soroka is making adjustments. He's been better going deeper into games. I've been saying it. Mike Soroka is going to be a huge trade candidate. I want the Nationals to extend Mike Soroka personally. He's only 27 years of age. I want him to stick around. I think he deserves a 2, 3, 4, 5-year contract extension. I'm so serious. I think we can buy low at the perfect time for Soroka. I also wouldn't be mad at a trade for Mike. But I think this is a guy you really keep around. His stuff's been really good this season. ERA so far in the month of June is 3. Again, don't let the 4.7 ERA fool you. He's been really good this season. Lucas Giolito's been off and on. Something that I usually see with Giolito, and the trend this year for him has been good start, bad start, good start, bad start. Last start was good against the Blue Jays. 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. To start prior to that, though, against the Giants, 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs. So again, it's just a back and forth thing. He had that start early in the month of June against the Angels, where he got 5 outs, 8 hits, 7 runs. It's in every other thing for Lucas Giolito. I feel like this is going to be a bad start today. And the Nationals bats are hot. Again, this is a team who's coming off of winning a series against the best team in the American League in the Detroit Tigers. That should not be said lightly. The Nationals just won a series against the best team in the American League. And yet we're still 14 games out the division, and we're only 9.5 out the wild card? Oh my goodness, we're going to the playoffs this year. We're only 9.5 out? We are the second worst team in the National League. We're only 9.5 games out. Oh my goodness. Guys, we're so back. We're beating the Red Sox today, and we're going to the playoffs. But James Wood, guys. James Wood yesterday. 5 for 5. Guys, I said a couple weeks ago this guy was the best hitter in the sport. He's the best player in baseball. You can have your Aaron Judge. You can have Shohei Ohtani. You can have Cal Raleigh. I'm taking James Wood as the best player in Major League Baseball. It's not just the hitting, because by the way, 5 for 5 yesterday, home run. He's batting .295, 23 home runs, 67 RBI this season, OPS 960. It's not just that. He is also a plus defender in left field. Who is the fielder? Who's the outfielder who has the second most defensive saved runs in left field this season? It's James Wood. Steven Kwan is one. We know how good that guy is. James Wood, though, is second. He is one of the best defensive outfielders in the game. Again, his speed, his range, and the arm that James Wood has as well takes everything away. Guys, the time is right now for the Washington Nationals. We thought we saw an emergence with Bryce Harper and Juan Soto. This is the emergence for James Wood. We are seeing historical stuff and generational stuff. Give this guy the keys to DC. Give him the keys to the White House. Give him the keys to everything. I need to see James Wood. We saw, guys, the Boston Red Sox yesterday went to the White House. I don't know why, for what, being 2 games over? Take James Wood to the White House right now. He deserves it, okay? Get James Wood there. Get him everywhere. He's the best player in baseball. And the time is now for the Nationals to win. It just is. We're only 9.5 games back, which really surprised me. It's go time. Maybe not this season, but there better be some adjustments made to make this team competitive. 4th of July tonight, let's get a victory for America. James Wood and the Nationals win plus 100. I love Giolito on the mound tonight. I love Soroka on the mound, tonight. I think Giolito is going to get bitched tonight by the Nationals. So give me Washington money line to kick off the day. We're only 9.5 games out, and I'm actually ecstatic about that. Okay, second best bet of the video. Let's move to our Nerfy of the day. By the way, I am not doing a player prop today. We did hit on our player prop yesterday. In the first inning, Freddie Freeman delivered us a double. Again, what did I say? That guy's the best contact hitter in the game of baseball. He came through for us. I'm not going player prop today, though. I just think there are better spots that I can go with the money lines personally, so I'm going to stay away. So we are doing a Nerfy still, and the Nerfy for today, by the way, we hit ours yesterday. David Peterson came through, so shout out to him. Our Nerfy today is going to come with the second game of the day in Phillies versus Reds. Here's the thing with this Nerfy. Jesus Luzardo, I understand, has been shaky at times this season. Luzardo's overall ERA this season is 4.06. He had his struggles, but Luzardo's really locked in. Really his last 4 starts, with the exception of the Marlins start. So 3 of his last 4 starts have been really good since he got blown up and, back-to-back starts against the Brewers and the Blue Jays in late May and early June. He's been really good recently, right? Look at 2 starts ago against the Mets. 6 2/3 innings for Luzardo, 3 hits, 0 runs against the Braves. 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, right? Luzardo's been really good recently. And this is another scenario which I love to go to for Nerfies, right? You get a team that is not the best offensively. I know the Reds will have their games, but just as a whole, this is not a lineup I am all that fearful of. So you get a lineup like this for the Reds against a pitcher in Jesus Luzardo, who's going to have his good nights, who's going to have his bad nights, but just an all-around good enough pitcher that should be able to get the job done against a lineup that I'm not too afraid of. On the flip side, you get a pitcher in Andrew Abbott, who's been at lights out this season. He's going to be an all-star this year for the Cincinnati Reds. I mean, how can you deny the guy with his 1.79 ERA? He's been phenomenal. This is an all-star pitcher against a pretty good lineup in Philadelphia, but a Philadelphia lineup, which again, I will admit is really good, but a Philly lineup where you're going to see 2 lefties out the first 3 for this lineup, obviously, in Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. Now, Harper didn't play yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I will be damned if Bryce Harper doesn't play on the 4th of July. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll be damned if Bryce Harper does not play on the 4th of July. I mean, there are not many people who love America more than Bryce Harper. When I was in high school, I used to wear the Bryce Harper Betty Whites, the cleats. They were fire. Anyways, I still have those. Anyways, Bryce Harper's going to play, and that's fine. But Andrew Abbott, right? Turner, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm. Okay. I think Abbott's going to be able to manage that. This is, again, a guy with a 1.79 ERA. The only knock on Abbott that he doesn't go deep into games. And he's really good, but he'll be good through 5 innings. He'll be good through 6 innings. That doesn't matter for us here. We just need Andrew Abbott to be good for the first 3 outs of this baseball game. And I firmly believe that's going to happen. I think Abbott's going to be perfectly fine in this start. Again, Abbott's whip's 1.02. That's one of the best in baseball. Again, he's not technically qualified because he hasn't pitched enough innings because he, most of his starts are really 5 or 6 innings. But that's okay. That's fine. Andrew Abbott, I think, is going to be nails for us today. On the flip side, Luzardo, Against the Reds, I'm not blown away by what Cincinnati's got hitting wise. And again, Luzardo lefty, so you get a lefty-lefty matchup with TJ Friedl. Yeah, Matt McLain can hit against lefties. He's a really good hitter against left-handed pitching, but Matt McLain as a whole this season, guys, is still a 215 hitter, so there's that. And then Elly De La Cruz, great hitter, but not as good from the right side of the plate. Again, Ellie's having a good season, likely an all-star season, I would think. CJ Abrams is a better shortstop. And, Lindor, Turner, Abrams, I don't know. Maybe both Abrams and De La Cruz get screwed out of this year. But Ellie, 275 average, he's good. But again, not as good from the right side of the plate. So there's a lot of potential for Abbott to get outs there. And then if we get beyond that, Austin Hayes, Tyler Stevenson. Stevenson only is good when I feel like Stevenson's only good in games that I watch from Cincinnati. But I think we're going to be all right here. I think 3 outs for both sides should be fairly easy to get. Minus 135, again, not the best odds we're ever going to get on a nerfy, but I think it's good enough. Again, I look at the Reds lineup, not blown away. I look at what, Philly's got guys, obviously, but Andrew Abbott's been a very productive pitcher and a very good pitcher this season, so I think he's going to be able to do enough. I'm taking the nerfy here from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Andrew Abbott and Jesus Luzardo are going to go out there and get us 6 outs. Let's go on now to our third best bet of the video. We go to the Battle of New York. Okay, the Yankees will not lose 5 games in a row. Okay? That's the thing here. They're not losing 5 in a row. I was hesitant on Stroman coming back his last start, and I'll be honest, we faded Stroman, right? We went under Marcus Stroman's strikeouts in his return start last week against the Sacramento Athletics, and it was 3.5. He only pitched 1 strikeout. So again, I was critical of Marcus Stroman. I'm still a little bit critical of Stroman. Here's the thing, though. I don't think Stroman's going to get the most strikeouts, but I think he can be productive and get outs. Right? We saw him at the very beginning of the season. He really struggled in that Brewers start and the Pirates start, and really bad against the San Francisco Giants. But I think he can be productive enough. ERA's 8 this season, but again, we're gonna pretend we didn't see that, because what all it is what have you done recently? And I think Stroman's been all right. Okay, again, it's 1 start. But I like how the Mets are hitting right now. I know they've won back-to-back games. This is a team that's still, as a whole, struggling. Pete Alonso's going to do his thing, obviously, right? Juan Soto is, I hate to say it, Juan Soto's been very good this season in the second half so far of the year, at least the second half of the games that have been played. Lindor, obviously, still an elite shortstop as well. I think Stroman's going to be able to do a good enough job. I'd expect a lot of runs. Obviously, New York versus New York. This game, obviously, being played in Flushing, Queens. I believe that's how it works. Yeah, Flushing and Queens, same thing. But pitching for the Mets is going to be Justin Hagenman. Hagenman is a relief pitcher out of Voorhees, New Jersey. 1.5 ERA so far this season. Very limited starts, though, or limited appearances. First appearance was on April 16th against the Twins. 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. Second appearance in Atlanta on June the 19th. 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs. Again, very limited sample size. This is a righty who's not going to go more than 4 innings, which means we're going to see a lot of this New York Mets bullpen, which can get shaky at times. I know the Yankees bullpen leaves a lot to be desired too. But here's my thing with the Yankees, guys. And we said this yesterday, and obviously it did not cash for us because the Toronto Blue Jays and New York Yankees series, by the way, that was played in Canada, that was a playoff series. Just the vibes were electric. George Springer really came through in that series for Toronto, and now the Blue Jays are in sole possession of first place right now in the American League East. Are they going to win the division? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know, maybe. I'm telling you, the Blue Jays, their entire trajectory changed when they extended Vladimir Guerrero. It really did. And I'm not going to get too much into the Blue Jays here, but that's a big deal. I firmly believe that. Anyways, I said this yesterday about the Yankees, and I'm going to say it again. By the way, why are the Blue Jays playing at home on the 4th of July? Who scheduled that? That's so stupid. They had Canada Day. Why do the Angels have to go to Toronto? You couldn't have flipped that? That's so stupid. Anyways, this is my thing again. Show some self-respect, New York. Not Mets, Yankees. Show some self-respect and win a baseball game. You lost 4 in a row to the Blue Jays up north. You're playing the New York Jets to your New York Giants right now. Go win the baseball game. On the 4th of July, again, there are times and there are games in the MLB, they play 162 of them for a reason. There are spots and there are games where the final result, obviously they matter, but, I don't know how to put this. Guys aren't fighting and, really trying to win each and every single game. Obviously they are, but there are games that just mean more. Okay, I think it's a stupid expression in sports, like, who wants it more? But in this case, this game does just mean a little bit more. Two New York teams, Yankees have lost 4 in a row to the Blue Jays. They don't want to lose again. And to the Mets? In a bullpen spot for the Mets? Come on. I think the Yankees are going to win this one. And the thing is, they were really competitive in all these games against the Blue Jays. The first game, they lose by 1. The second game, Springer hits the grand slam, but the Yankees were really in that game. They scored first. Third game, they come back from down, 7-0? They end up losing 11-9. And yesterday, they were always in that game, obviously, and they would make their run, they'd tie up the game, and the Blue Jays would just pull away again. And the Yankees were then chasing and trailing, but they could never really just officially take that lead. I'm here to tell you that they're going to beat the Mets today. I'm not saying this just because I despise the New York Metropolitans. I think Aaron Judge is going to make it his mission to win this baseball game. I think Stroman's going to be decent enough for us here on the road. But yeah, we need Judge to come through. We need Cody to come through. We need, Paul Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm, Trent Grisham. I think they're going to have a night. I'd expect a lot of runs scored today, but I think the Yankees are going to win this slugfest. And again, guys, it's like the Yankees have lost 4 games in a row to the Blue Jays. They got embarrassed up in Canada. You're coming back and you're taking on your little brothers in New York. Yeah, they're going to win in this spot. Give me the New York Yankees and Marcus Stroman to pick up the victory on MLB Network at noon here on the 4th of July. Okay, we've got 2 more best bets. Again, trying to put this basically in order for you for all these videos are in order, obviously. But again, we've got bets throughout the day. There is a game that, I'm not going to officially include the best bets. I am taking Padres money line tomorrow against the Rangers. Kumar Rocker, Randy Vasquez. I am going to take the Rangers because I'm going to take the Padres at home at -120, but that's not an official best bet. Okay, our 4th best bet of the video. This is something. I'm not going to lie. This is something. Let's go to Coors Field. The Colorado Rockies versus the Chicago White Sox. I'm taking the Chicago White Sox to beat the Colorado Rockies. I know this is something, and, these are 2 very bad baseball teams. You saw my excitement when I realized my favorite team was only 9.5 games out of a wild card spot. The Colorado Rockies are 26.5 games out of a wild card spot, and the Chicago White Sox are 17 games out of a wild card spot. And, there might not be many better things to do with your 4th of July than watch the Rockies and White Sox play, but I'm probably going to do it. So, again, join me for this one. This is going to be hilarious. Let's spend our 4th of July watching the Rockies and the White Sox. Okay. Taking the White Sox to win on the road. And I really don't know why the line is this close. I really don't. -125, yeah, I'm going to take Chicago. Straight away, I'm going to look at the pitching matchup, Adrian Hauser, Antonio Senzatella. I don't care that, the Rockies have won back-to-back starts with Senzatella. He just had a start where he went, they won 3 straight starts prior to his last start against the Brewers. I don't care about that. Senzatella still has not been good. His only good start of the season was against the Nationals when the Nationals were at their lowest points. The White Sox are going to bomb this guy. I'm so serious, guys. The Rockies, they don't really win back-to-back games, and when they do, they only do that against the Washington Nationals. They won yesterday against the Astros. That was a very high-scoring affair. It is what it is. They're not winning tonight, okay? The White Sox coming off of that series in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. Weird one. They lost every single game. They were there for the Kershaw 3000 game where Michael A. Taylor slid into third, injured Muncy. And, why was Michael A. Taylor stealing? I don't know. He's trying to beat your $2 billion payroll team and get himself to third 90 feet away with 1 out. Maybe that's why. So then a ball past the infield scores him. I don't know. What, are the White Sox just supposed to lay down and just say, just beat us? We've lost. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. Anyways, the White Sox are horrible. I get it. They're 31 games under. The Rockies are worse, though. They're 37 under. I like the White Sox in this spot. Guys, prior to the Dodgers series, the White Sox actually weren't playing bad baseball. They had won a series against the Giants, who ended up splitting against the Arizona Diamondbacks. More on the Giants in a little bit. And tonight they get Adrian Hauser, who's been really good this year. Obviously, Hauser's pitched for multiple teams this season, right? Start of the year with Texas. Start of the year at Texas, I believe. Yeah, he was at Texas start of the year, right? Yeah. Start of the year at Texas. Got released, claimed off waivers by the Chicago White Sox. And with Chicago this season, he's been pretty good. So far this year, Hauser's got a 1.9 ERA with the Sox. He pitched 12 consecutive innings of scoreless ball as soon as he got with the team. His last start against the San Francisco Giants was really good. 7 innings, 4 hits, 0 runs, again, against the Giants. ERA as a whole this year, 1.9, 2.64 ERA in the month of June. Hauser's been good, and I get it. He's pitching at elevation. He's pitching in Denver. That's a tough place to pitch. I get that. I still think he's going to be all right. The Rockies, they do have guys who are going to hit. Again, I got to witness that firsthand in the National Series, obviously. Freeman's a baller. Estrada's having a good season randomly. Ryan McMahon can still do it, obviously. Mickey Moniak in spots is really good. Kyle Farmer. I get it. They've got guys. They feel like a much worse version of themselves from that National Series. And I watched the Astros series. I know they won yesterday by 1 run. They don't look that good right now. And obviously they're the Rockies. And the White Sox, you can make the same thing. You can make the same case about. Dustin May had a perfect game on this team for quite a bit yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I do think playing at elevation is going to help the Rockies. I think it was, I don't know if it was Hershiser or was Joe Davis, I believe his name, the other announcer for the Dodgers. They said this about the White Sox, and it's actually a very good point. They feel like the White Sox, they don't play well at home, but they're not a bad road team. Oh, they're 9-35 on the road. But anyways, they feel like the White Sox play more competitive games away from Chicago, they feel like. And I guess the record doesn't really indicate this, so I don't know why I made this point. But at least the times I've watched the White Sox too, they do lose a lot of games on the road, but they play competitively on the road. Because they're getting away from that, lifeless environment in the South Side where there's nobody at the games. When they do have a crowd, or at least in Chicago, when the few nights where they do get a crowd, they do just play better because then they are able to rise to the occasion. And in a game like this, yeah, they're playing in Colorado, who doesn't have the biggest fan base right now because they suck, but there's going to be a crowd. It's the 4th of July. I mean, I checked the tickets, like cheapest ticket to this game is $70, which is crazy, but I guess again, it's the 4th. Senzatella has not been good this season, coming off a start against the Brewers where he went 4 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. Adrian Hauser has been good this year. Yeah, Meridroth, I believe so you pronounce his name. Miggy Vargas Benintendi can do his thing. Teal's been really good from the catcher position this season. Mike Tauchman batting leadoff. Austin Slater had that monster game against Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers. I'm taking the White Sox in this spot. I think they win it. The pitching favors us, and the Rockies aren't winning back-to-back games. So -120/-125 here for the Chicago White Sox on the road in Colorado. I believe they get it done. Again, there's not many better things you can do with your 4th of July than watch the White Sox and Rockies play baseball. Ooh, we're in for a treat. Let's go on to our final best bet of the video. It's the Battle of NorCal. Can't call it the Battle of the Bay no more. The San Francisco Giants versus the Sacramento Athletics. I'm going to take the Giants here. Another one of these things where, it's Justin Verlander has to win a start eventually for the Giants, right? He's got to. He's got to win a start eventually, and this is where he's going to win one. JV is 0-5 this year. His official record is 0-5 with the Giants. Sure, the Giants have won games in which he has started, but being the pitcher on record, JV is 0-5. Last start against the White Sox, he wasn't really all that bad. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. His team ended up losing the game, though, 5-2. Verlander's 42. He's old. I don't know how many 4th of Julys Justin Verlander's probably going to pitch for the rest of his career. It's probably going to be his last, let's be honest. Unless, this chance. He's got a 1-in-5 chance next year of starting on the 4th of July. But there's not many more spots that JV gets here. And I get it. The A's are coming off of winning a series in Tampa against the Rays. That's awesome. You're coming back to California. The A's don't play well at home. They don't. They don't really play well anywhere, but they're a much better road team than they are at home. They do not play good home baseball because, at least for the A's, the small ballpark does not favor them in the slightest. Just doesn't. Now, again, I always talk about the core guys with the Athletics that really scare me. Or if you're picking the A's, obviously the guys that you like. Jacob Wilson, Brent Rooker, Lawrence Butler. That's the big three with the A's lineup. Past those guys, it is bleak. Okay? I think Nick Kurtz is going to be a really good baseball player eventually. He's batting .240 yesterday against the Rays. He went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Tyler Soderstrom's actually been a decent bat. He's cooled off mightily since the beginning of the season where he looked like, a potential MVP candidate. He's still batting .250. He's doing his thing. Not a guy I'm overly concerned about, though. The rest of the lineup, I'm not scared of Gio Urshela, Luis Urias, Max Schumann, Denzel Clark, great fielder, not a good hitter. I'm not scared of those guys. Not at all. Okay? The San Francisco Giants, I shit on this team quite a bit. I completely understand that. I picked against the Giants pretty much every single spot that I have. Yesterday, an unofficial best bet was Giants money line against the Arizona Diamondbacks. It is what it is. I completely understand this team's not having a good hitting season. I thought they were going to kind of turn it around with Devers, but as soon as Devers got here, he has not been good, and Jung Ho Lee has fallen off a steep cliff. The Giants played fairly fairly well, though, yesterday. I mean, again, their hitting performance is going to get undermined by the fact that Robbie Ray pitched a complete game, went 9 innings, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. That's awesome. Again, I got to give a lot of credit to the Giants bats for actually pulling out 7 runs in that game, scoring 2 in the first. Elliot Ramos, who's been the sole big contributor to this lineup this season, probably an all-star again. Maybe not. Actually, I don't think Ramos is going to get in. I feel like it's just going to be Logan Webb for this team this year. Last year was both of those guys, but we'll see, right? Ramos, though, is going to contribute. Yesterday, I believe, had 3 RBI for that team, or 2 RBI. We see more contributions out of Devers, honestly, and I think the small ballpark's really going to favor the Giants here, just because this is a team that struggles to hit. I get that, but it's also a team that, watching enough Giants baseball, because I live right here, it's a team that does just fly out a lot. Jung-Ho Lee, I mean, I can't tell you how many times Jung-Ho Lee just, gets under a baseball too much and he just pops out into right field. We're playing at, not elevation, but you're playing in Sacramento. It's hot out there. Ball flies. It's a minor league baseball park. I think this favors the Giants a lot. Their first time playing in Sac. Oh, by the way, this is their the AAA ballpark. And oh, by the way, tickets are really expensive. I was thinking about going to this game. It's like $170, so I'm not going to make the trip to Sacramento to pay $170 for this baseball game. But it's going to be all Giants fans, guys. A's fans are not showing up to this because A, there aren't really A's fans, and B, A's fans aren't paying $170 to watch them play the Giants. This is going to be all San Francisco Giants fans. They're all in the area, and they've never seen their team play in a minor league ballpark before. Maybe some have watched the River Cats, their AAA team, play, but they've never seen their actual team play here. So fans are going to come out in droves to watch the San Francisco Giants today. On top of that, JP Sears is pitching for the Athletics. I know what you're thinking. Oh, he pitched really well his last start against the Yankees, where you had Yankees -1.5. I did. Sucks. Yeah, you did. Sears was great. 5 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs. He ain't doing that again. Nope. JP Sears has been bad this season with the exception of that one start in the Bronx against the Yankees. His ERA is 5 this season. It would be 5.5 if it wasn't for the Yankees start. 4.9 ERA in the month of June. Again, including the Yankees start, you take that away, ERA's at about 6. ERA in the month of May, 8.5. He hasn't been good since April. And especially, he has not been good at home. Like a lot of pitchers, Severino, Mason Miller, these guys pitch better on the road just because they're not pitching at this hitter-friendly park and the ball doesn't fly as much. It's going to become a thing next year, too. I mean, I don't know what free agents the A's are going to command, but no bullpen arm's going to want to go to Sacramento. It's like going to Colorado, but worse. Ball flies here, and the fences are short as hell. Like, at least in Colorado, I mean, it's tough to hit a ball out there. Yeah, the ball flies, but I mean, to hit a ball straight away center, you got to blast it, I'm taking the Giants here. I'm taking the Giants. This is just another Giants home game. The Giants are basically at home. It's a AAA field. I'm going to take the better baseball team. Okay, I know again, some of you guys don't like when I just say that I'm taking the better baseball team, but guys, the Giants are 47-41, the A's are 36-53. I don't care that the A's are coming off winning a series against the Rays. This is another big brother, little brother thing. The Giants are going to little bro the A's. And I get it, the A's historically are kind of a better franchise, but the last 25 years, okay, it's been the Giants, all right? The Giants are going to be the A's here. Justin Verlander has to win a start eventually, and it's going to be tonight on the 4th of July. So, folks, thank y'all for watching our MLB Best Bets here for the 4th of July. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do this great day. And the picks will be back tomorrow again for July 5th. Saturday slate, games all day long. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.